Hello, friends and neighbors, and welcome to the poem of the day for today, Sunday, November the 9th, 2025. And today is a special day for me, or for us here at the channel, because today is the 100th video, the 100th entry that I've done for the Poem of the Day series. And I don't know, that's it's pretty cool to me. I started this, I think, in July, maybe, wondering how long it would go. I really started as an excuse to read and examine poetry because I found that as I talked about it, I understood what I thought about it, and that talking about it was a means of discovery. And I sort of just turned it into a little bit of a devotional practice for myself, and I've really enjoyed doing it. I've needed a couple breaks here and there because life and work get in the way, but it's been a really nice respite. And I like being able to share the poems with people and the thoughts with people. And I've had some really lovely interactions with folks who watch the videos and for whom the poems have some resonance with them as well. So if that's you, if you've been with me for part of the journey, thank you. And also congratulations that we've made it this far. If you're very new, welcome aboard. And here's to another 100. So since 100 is a special number, I thought today would be a perfect day for a special poem. And that is, again, from T.S. Eliot's collected poems. The poem I'm going to read today is the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, which quite possibly is my favorite poem right now. Quite possibly. It certainly was a year ago. And I haven't read it all the way through since maybe about a year ago until today. And I just think there is so much within this that speaks to me personally, but also that speaks to the time that it was written. And I think that it's a poem that, it's taught a lot in high school, but and also in undergrad and college, but it's something that I don't think for myself had a lot of resonance and meaning and depth. The way that it hit me with depth until I was late 20s, early 30s. And I'll talk more about that in the next video. That's the other thing, because this poem's long, I think I'm going to read it today. And then in the next video, I will expand upon my thoughts on it. So I'll kind of make it a two-part video like I did with The Raven. So this is The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock from 1917 by T.S. Eliot. Let us go then, you and I, when the evening is spread out against the sky like a patient etherized upon a table. Let us go through certain half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights in one-night cheap hotels and sawdust restaurants with oyster shells. Streets that flow like a tedious argument of insidious intent, to lead you to an overwhelming question. Oh, do not ask, what is it? Let us go and make our visit. In the room the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. The yellow fog that rubs its back upon the window panes, the yellow smoke that rubs its muzzle upon the window panes, licked its tongue into the corners of the evening, lingered upon the pools that stand in drains, let fall upon its back the soot that falls from chimneys, slipped by the terrace, made a sudden leap, and seeing that it was a soft October night, curled once about the house and fell asleep. And indeed there will be time. For the yellow smoke that slides along the street, rubbing its back upon the window panes, there will be time. There will be time to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet. There will be time to murder and create. And time for all the works and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate. Time for you, and time for me. And time yet for 100 indecisions and 100 visions and revisions before the taking of toast and tea. In the room the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. And indeed there will be time to wonder, do I dare? And do I dare? Time to turn back and descend the stair with a bald spot in the middle of my hair. They will say, how's hair's growing thin? My morning coat, my collar mounting firmly to the chin, my necktie rich and modest, but asserted by a simple pin. They will say, but how's arms and legs are thin? Do I dare disturb the universe? In a minute there is time for decisions and revisions, which a minute will reverse. For I have known them all already, known them all. I've known the evenings, mornings, afternoons. I've measured out my life with coffee spoons. I know the voices dying with a dying fall beneath the music from a farther room. So how should I presume? And I have known the eyes already, known them all. The eyes that fix you in a formulated phrase, and when I am formulated sprawling on a pin, when I am pinned and wriggling on the wall, then how should I begin to spit out all the butt-ends of my days and ways? And how should I presume? And I have known the arms already, known them all. Arms that are braceleted and white and bare, but in the lamplight downed with light brown hair. Is it perfume from a dress that makes me so digress? Arms that lie along a table or wrap about a shawl? And should I then presume? And how should I begin? Shall I say, I've gone at dusk through the narrow streets and watched the smoke that rises from the pipes of lonely men in shirt sleeves leaning out of windows? I should have been a pair of ragged claws, scuttling across the floors of silent seas. In the afternoon, the evening sleeps so peacefully, smoothed by long fingers, asleep, tired, or it malingers, stretched on the floor here beside you and me. Should I, after tea and cakes and ices, have the strength to force the moment to its crisis? But though I have wept and fasted, wept and prayed, though I have seen my head, grown slightly bald, brought in upon a platter, I am no prophet, and here's no great matter. I have seen the moment of my greatness flicker, and I have seen the eternal footman hold my coat and snicker, and in short, I was afraid. Would it have been worth it after all? After the cups, the marmalade, the tea, among the porcelain, among some talk of you and me, would it have been worthwhile to have bitten off the matter with a smile, to have squeezed the universe into a ball, to roll it towards some overwhelming question, to say, I am Lazarus, come from the dead, come back to tell you all, I shall tell you all? If one, settling a pillow by her head, should say, that's not what I meant at all. That's not it at all. And would it have been worth it, after all? Would it have been worthwhile after the sunsets and the dooryards and the sprinkled streets, after the novels, after the teacups, after the skirts that trail along the floor, and this, and so much more? It is impossible to say just what I mean, but as if a magic lantern through the nerves and patterns on a screen, would it have been worthwhile if one, settling a pillow or throwing off a shawl and turning toward the window, should say, that is not it at all. That's not what I meant at all. No, I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was meant to be. I'm an attendant lord, one that will do to swell a progress, start a scene or two, advise the prince, no doubt an easy tool, deferential, glad to be of use, politic, cautious and meticulous, full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse. At times, indeed, almost ridiculous. Almost at times, the fool. I grow old. I grow old. I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Shall I part my hair behind? Do I dare to eat a peach? I shall wear white flannel trousers and walk upon the beach. I've heard the mermaids singing, each to each. I do not think they will sing to me. I have seen them riding seaward on the waves, combing the white hair of the waves blown back when the wind blows the water white and black. We have lingered in the chambers of the sea, by sea-girls wreathed with seaweed red and brown, till human voices wake us, and we drown. Wow, that's just such a remarkable and powerful poem. In the next video, like I said, I'll talk more about what stands out to me and what my interpretation is, which is really not terribly different from kind of the standard reading of it, but I take the kind of standard reading more as a jumping off point, and I think that this poem goes into some spaces far beside kind of what it literally describes at the beginning, and I'll just kind of leave that there for now. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for being here today for the special video entry number 100, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I wish you peace.